Hello guys, this is my entry for the Lustau Sherry Cocktail Competition. I will be making you my drink called the Manzatini. First of all, my name is Jelle van Baalen. I registered as a professional bartender for this competition, but I might be a little bit in a gray area because, as you might be able to see, this is my home bar. I used to be a professional bartender for over 10 years, but right now I am working at the Cley Distillery. However, we do have a little restaurant area where we do pour some cocktails, so I would argue I'm still cocktail bartending every now and then. Plus, I would like to win the sherry connoisseur training to become a sherry expert, so I would say I'm a professional bartender. Alright, so what inspired me to do this cocktail? First of all, since I've been working at Cley, I really started developing a new love for sherry. One of the bottlings we recently brought out is this Cley Manzanilla finish, which honestly, for the first time, truly made me connect with Manzanilla sherry. I just fell in love with it. Another thing is we give some sherry and whiskey master classes in the distillery, so I had to do a deep dive in sherry, and I discovered it's actually a really awesome, underrated product. Without further ado, I'll make my cocktail. It's called Manzatini. I like play on words, so why is it Manzatini? It doubles as Manzanilla Martini or Manzana Martini. Because when I was writing the tasting notes for the new Manzanilla finished whiskey, I really got a lot of the green apple freshness. That was my main note. So I was really inspired to make a twist, a very, creatively, loosely twist on an Appletini. So I will start making my cocktail. As you might know by now, I chose Manzanilla sherry as the star player in my drink. Next to the sour green apple I got from Manzanilla, one of the things is the slight saltiness from the sea breeze, the air in San Liqueur de Barrameda, which I'm sure I don't pronounce 100% correctly. So I'm starting off with adding a pinch of sea salt. Not too much, because we just want to highlight the saline nature of the Manzanilla. We don't want to overpower it. Another thing I got from Manzanilla, which is not very surprising, is floralness. Since Manzanilla means chamomile, I thought to enhance the flavor and complement it with some orange flower water. So I'm doing 6 dashes of orange flower water to bring out the floralness. And then we're getting to the sour apple, green apple liqueur from the Kuiper, which is really close to my hometown of Rotterdam, where we actually also make our whiskey. So 25 ml of sour apple liqueur to really bring out that fresh green apple taste and to be true to the name Manzana Martini, which is the doubling of the Manzatini. Then I also decided to use some Pedro Ximénez, because who doesn't love Pedro Ximénez? The nuttiness, the sweetness, the syrupy dates and raisins do really complement well with the apple, also with the Manzanilla. Manzanilla also has some natural nuttiness to it. And the cocktail just needs a little bit of sweetness on top of the apple liqueur to really make it pop. Then I will be using Cley's single malt whiskey to do some selfless promotion. Obviously, this is not an ingredient that would be available around the world yet, maybe one day, but any just easy drinkable, smooth, fruit forward single malt will do. Something like a Speyside single malt or one from the lowlands will do the job, as long as it's just smooth, fruit forward, easy drinkable. And obviously the fruits I get a lot in our whiskey is orchard fruits like pears, apricots, apples, which also comes back to the sherry. And who can ignore the ancient relationship between whiskey and sherry, going back from the days where sherry was exported in barrels towards the UK, and where the whiskey maker would freely use these barrels for aging whiskey. Then obviously the star of our drink is Manzanilla. So where you often see that sherry will be the cocktail ingredient that kind of supports the drink, and whiskey would be the one that dominates it, this drink is the other way around. The whiskey supports the sherry, and the sherry will be the main star in the drink. So we add 50 ml of Manzanilla sherry. As you obviously already noticed, this is a stirred cocktail. I will be stirring it for about 45 seconds, not too long, because we don't want to overly dilute it, because the sherry is very elegant and that makes it slightly fragile. So if you over dilute it, it might become a little bit too watered down. Pre-chilled glass. It's always a very good thing when you don't have ice in your drink, because you won't want that drink to warm up too much. So I always recommend pre-chilling it with some ice, and then pour it out. Now we have a very unique twist on the Appletini, which I know I'm using a lot of creative freedom on, since there's no vodka or gin in this drink, but it works amazing. And it is made in a Martini way with a Martini style glass. As a garnish, I chose something very simple, just a little lime disc. Then you press some of the essential oils over the drink to even highlight a little bit more of the freshness from the Manzanilla. And a little round green zest will also give you a little bit of that green apple look without actually having to go out and buy apples. So this is my Manzatini. I hope you will try it at home yourself. I hope you like it. Obviously the task was to make a contemporary classic with less than 7 ingredients, which I did. For me, a contemporary classic means a drink that is easily replicable worldwide, so that's why I chose measurements that all go in 1 jigger. Nothing too fancy, and I really love a drink that's no nonsense, just key ingredients. Everything that is there has a function, it works together, and no overly complicated ingredients. I hope you try it, I hope you like it, and thank you for watching my video. I apologize for maybe some misspeaking here and there, but I decided to do one take to give that real face-to-face, in-person cocktail competition feel. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Cheers.